Okay, good day once again, traders. Welcome to today's episode of my weekly Forex Forecast. This is Onunaku Tochukwu speaking for Lazarus Capital. So, like as I always tell us, my trading strategy is very simple. Once I've identified the direction of the market, I wait for price to pull back to an area of value. At this area, I wait for my market participants to come in, then I join them. My area of value is usually a support or resistance area that price have tested in the past. Meaning if I'm looking to sell, I wait for the market to pull back to the resistance area. From there, I wait for the sellers to come in and I join them. And if I'm looking to buy, I wait for the market to pull back to the support area. I wait for the buyers to come in and I join them. I also like to, look at this level with my Fibonacci to confirm if it is in line with my Fibonacci 5061.8. I use the Fibonacci 5061.8 a lot because the Fibonacci is a very powerful tool. So once price comes to this area, I wait for my market participant to come in and I join them. As we all know, to know the direction of the market, we will always use our higher highs and higher low for bullish markets and lower lows and lower high for bearish markets. I also have my 200 EMA on my chart, which I use to know the direction of the market. Once I just look at my chart, if price is trading below the 200 EMA on my 4-hour time frame, then what I'll be looking for is to sell. And if price is trading above the 200 EMA on my 4-hour time frame, what I'll be looking for is to buy. There are some cases where things might be a little bit complicated. Like as you can see, the Btcusd at a point, the market was trading above the 200 EMA. And even the market is trading above the 200 EMA, I was still looking, to sell the Btcusd. So there are some times that things might be a little bit complicated on the 4-hour time frame. I will just move over to the daily time frame and see the 200 EMA direction. The daily time frame will make it clear for me. Okay, so now let's just go straight to the analysis. We'll be looking at the Btcusd first. As you can see on the Btcusd, it is clear that the market is trading to the downside. This week, we saw the Btcusd closing below a key support area and even closing below our 200 EMA. So with this move that the Btcusd made here, closing below this, there's a key support area here at this point. Price closed below it and also closed below our 200 EMA. Now officially, I can see that on my 4-hour time frame, my Btcusd is bearish. Even our daily time frame, price have lined up with the direction of the daily time frame trend. So in the coming days, what I'll be looking for the Btcusd is to sell the Btcusd. As I can see, we have a supply area at this point where I see that the price dropped from, I think this happened on I think it was the previous week that we saw this price dropping from this point. Let me see. I think that should be okay on the 14th. On the 14th should be I think last week. 14th should be last week. Yeah, 14th should be. Is it last week or thereabouts? Yeah, some days ago. So we saw price dropping from this point, and from this point it broke this key support area and also closed below our 200 EMA. So now I can see that the Btcusd is bearish. In the coming days, the only thing I'll be looking for on the Btcusd is to sell. That's the only thing we'll be looking for the Btcusd. So we have a supply area here, which you guys know I normally call my land of departure. Meaning, as long as this level is holding, as long as the Btcusd is trading below this supply area at 81,988, I'm bearish. No matter what happened on this Btcusd, as long as we are still trading, below this 81,988, I am bearish on the Btcusd. So if we want to sell the Btcusd now, which level are we looking at? Let's go back to the daily time frame. The daily time frame, we can see that we have an important level at this point. So we have an important level at this point. I'm looking at this point here. I'm looking at this point here. You can see it was acting as a support. From there, price went up. Acted as a resistance here. Acted as a resistance here. Acted as a resistance here. Broke out. Came back. Used it as a support. Went up. Came back here. Tried to use it as a support, but the buyers couldn't push through. Then the sellers came and broke below. Though this daily candle has not closed, it's still forming. By the end of today, we'll see how this daily candle will close. That will close below this support area. So this area, this support area at 75,548 at 75,000 plus is a good area of value. It was acting as a resistance here, acted as a resistance here, broke out, came back, used it as a support and went up, came back down, tried to use it as a support, but the buyers couldn't have the they did not have the capacity to push the price upward. The sellers came back down and closed below this support, but the daily candle here is still forming. So by the end of the day, we'll see how it will be. So moving over to the 4 hour time frame, on the daily time frame, we'll be able to establish that area is a good area of value. So moving over to the 4 hour time frame, this is that area that we saw on the daily time frame. Like I always tell us, any area that is visible to the higher time frame traders, if that is the area I want to pay attention to. So on my 4 hour time frame, I want to ensure that the area I'm looking at to use as my area of value is visible to the higher time frame traders. As you can see, we've established that this support area that price has broken is a good area of value. So in the coming days, what I'll be waiting for the Bitcoin is very simple. I'll just be waiting for price. I don't know how far this market will still move, but I'll be waiting to see price pull back to this resistance area. Then I'll wait for the sellers to come in and I join them and continue taking the price down. So for now, the Btcusd is bearish until further notice. So we've identified this area as our line of departure as a supply area. We've identified that price have closed below our 200 EMA and the key support area here. On the 4 hour time frame, we've seen some significant move to the downside. So what I'll be waiting for in the coming days is for price pull back to this support that will turn to resistance. Then when price gets there, when the sellers come in, I will join the sellers from this point. If I take my Fibonacci from this point to this point, I take my Fibonacci from here to here, I can see that that area lined up with my Fibonacci 5061.8. My 5061.8 is at this point. My Fibonacci 5061.8, this current move, this was the line of departure to this point. You can see my Fibonacci is in this zone. So you can see that that area of value is a very good area of value. We have our Fibonacci 5061.8 and it's a good support and resistance area that price have tested in the past. So you can see acted as a resistance here, acted as a resistance here, acted as a support here. We're expecting price to come back in that level and use it as a resistance, then price will come back down. So that is it for the Btcusd. Btcusd will be looking to sell the Btcusd, wait for price to pull back to resistance area around this zone that is there. Price come back in there, the sellers come, we join them, and take price down. So let's go over to the EURUSD. So for the EURUSD, our trade plan for the EURUSD is still intact. So I told us last week that I consider the EURUSD that the price is still trending in this range. I can see price left this supply area and came back to this demand area. As we know, when the market is ranging, it always moves from a demand to supply area. If price have left a supply area to come to a demand area. If it fails to break below the demand area and the buyers come in, they are taking the price back to the supply area. So in a ranging market, price goes from supply to demand, demand to supply, supply to demand. So having left this demand area, I know that the price, there's high chances that the price is coming back to this supply area. So what I'll be looking for in the Euro USD is to buy. This is the 4-hour time frame. Okay guys, so sorry for the break. So once price have left the demand area, it's coming back to the supply area. So having said that, I know that the price has left this demand area, is coming to the supply area. So what I'm looking for in the Euro USD is to buy the Euro USD. This is the 4-hour time. If we go to the daily time frame, we can see that this is that range I was telling you. Price moved from this demand area, went up, went to this supply area, came back to this demand area. You can see it has used this area as a demand area before. It came back there. Price, the buyers came back in, build up a little and break out. I think that eventually the buyers are taking this price back to this supply area. So but what they are doing after breaking out from this build up, the sellers are coming back. The buyers will find the support at this area. From there they will come back in. You can see that the sellers are already getting weak. So this is the daily time frame. I think let's just continue with the analysis on the daily time frame before we move over to the 4-hour time frame. So on the daily time frame, so what I'll be waiting for the Euro USD is for price to pull back to a good support area. From there I expect the buyers to come in. When they come in, I will join them. So I'm looking at this area, that this area will be a good support area. What do you think? At this point, price was acting as it acted as a support here, went up, came back down, broke below, came back, acted as a support, support, strong one. The buyers came in aggressively at this point, so came back down, broke in, after that broke above. So I'm looking at this area, that this area will be a good support area for the buyers to come back in and take the price to the upside. And if I take my Fibonacci from this low to this high, from this swing low to this swing high, I can see that level lined up with my Fibonacci 5061.8. My 50, this is my 5061.8. Once price have breached my 50, is remaining my 61.8. So I will just take my zone below the 61.8. So price is at my 61.8. So we can see that this support area is a very good support area. It's a Fibonacci 61.8, and the Euro USD love Fibonacci 61.8. It's a good support area. This is even another demand area here. From this point, look at how the buyers came in aggressively. Boom, 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 boom. They also use it as a support here. They use it as a support here. They use it as a support here. So there's high chances that at this point, the buyers will come back to use this as a support area to take this market back to the upside. So that is the area that we'll be waiting for price to come in, so that these buyers will continue their move. It's like an ABC pattern. This is the A, B, and C. So from here to here, you can see taking the price all the way to this point. Very good level. So we can see that it's a good support area and is a 61.8 Fibonacci area. It's a 61.8 Fibonacci area. Guys, now let me show us something, that there's something about this Euro USD I want to show us. Now, when you're expecting price to come to a level, if you see weak at the bottom before that level, be careful. There's chances that the price will still come and close with a full body candle on that level. For instance, you can see this week here now. If I go to the line chart, you can see that it's empty. Price have not got into this level. So in the coming days, I'll still be expecting the Euro USD to come back down to this level, and from there, when the buyers come in, I'll join the buyers and take this price up. Maybe in the coming days we might see some form of manipulation at this level. So that is why at this level you have to be very careful. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that on the 4-hour time frame, everything is clear. This is the level I was telling you guys about. If I go to the line chart, you can see that this is the 61.8 Fibonacci area, and below it we can see that there is still some space here. So there's chances that the sellers are still going to come back down. So you will be waiting for the Euro USD to come back from this 61.8 point to this zone. At any point here, the buyers coming will join them. Join them from here. When the sellers come in, and they fail to close below, they get here, they stop, and the buyers come in, will join the buyers and take this price back up. For the Euro USD, we are bullish until price close below this demand area. Guys, listen, as long as this demand area is holding at 1.14081, as long as price is trading above demand area at 1.14081, we are bullish on the Euro USD. So all we're waiting for is for the buyers to come in, so the sellers to come in. If they come in, they get here, they fail to close below. From here, even anywhere inside here, they get weak, and the buyers come in, will join the buyers and take the price back up. So for the Euro USD, wait for price to pull back to support area at, somebody might say, but it's already there now. Forget about this week. It's not there yet. Look at the line chart. There's still space below it. You know, like what I always tell us, where the market is planning to move from a support area, it comes to a support area before that area and start engineering a false support. Traders will come in and think that the market wants to buy from here. Many of them will start buying, and their stop loss will be below here. Then the market will come down, take them before start going back up. So this support you are seeing here is the first support area that the market is engineering, and eventually it is going to come down, take out everybody trying to buy the market, then it will start going up. So that is what I'll be waiting for in the coming days. I want to see price coming down, to start coming down. As it's taking them out, as they are closing their positions, it might make the market drag a bit into here. So anywhere from this zone to this point, if the buyers come in, I'll join them and take the market back to the upside. So for Euro USD, we'll be looking to buy from this support area, anywhere in between this support area to this point. But as long as price is trading above this demand area at 1.14069, the Euro USD is bullish. Do not think of selling the Euro USD unless price closes below this demand area. Unless price closes below this demand area, do not think of selling the Euro USD, because the market can come as far as even inside this place before going up. But I'm expecting that it won't go far more than this. But the market likes to do its thing. So our job here is not to predict what the market will do. Our job is to execute. So when you draw your trade plan, you wait patiently and you execute, because the market will do its thing. Just because we are doing this analysis does not mean that the market will do exactly what we analyze. The market will do its thing. If you come, if you open the market and the market is not giving you your plan, leave it. Wait for the next day. It's not compulsory that you must take an entry. You can see that this Euro USD, we'll be waiting for this buy trade now, going to like a month now or thereabouts. So we'll continue to wait. That is the game. Patience is the key in this trade, especially if you are a higher time frame trader. If you're a higher time frame trader, you must learn to be patient, because sometimes you can go weeks without having a trade set up. Okay, so having said that, we'll be waiting for the USD to come down to the support area. From there, when the buyers come in, we'll join them and we'll take this price back up. And guys, when you are buying the Euro USD, you have to be careful of this level. If we take this movement from here to here, I can see there is a key resistance area at this point. There's a key resistance area at this point. There's a key resistance area at this point. You can see that this area is a strong resistance area. Acted as a support here, support here, support here. And if you can see, it's a good Fibonacci 61.8 area. 61.8 area. So when you are buying the Euro USD, be careful with this support area, because at this support area, the sellers may come back to try to take this price down. So if you are buying the Euro USD at this resistance area, take out your TP1. If you are using just one position, close some part of your profits and move the stop loss of the remaining running prey to break even. If you are using two positions, take out one at this area. Then if price break above this resistance area, then you can hold to this supply area. So for Euro USD, we'll be looking to buy from this support area. Then TP1 will be at this resistance, then TP2 will be here. So that is it for today. Let's just do a recap so that we can outline the trade entries. So for the BTC USD, wait for price to pull back to resistance area at 75,957. Anywhere inside this zone, price pull back, the sellers come in, you join them and take the price down. Where we'll be looking to exit our sell trade for the BTC USD. I'm still holding the BTC USD, but holding a swing trade requires a lot of experience. So I would not want to put you inside that kind of situation, so you don't lose out on the profit that you've made. If you are looking for a good place to exit, I can see there's a support area at this point. See, price was acting as a resistance here, So if you enter, you can exit at this place. If you don't have the experience to hold this BTC USD, so your entry will be around this area, 75,930. Stop loss can be above here at 76,776. Your TP can be here at 71,357. Okay, cool. Then for the Euro USD, entry at 1.15775. Anywhere in between here, the sellers come in and they get weak, and the buyers come in, you join them. Stop loss can be below 1.15242. Then your TP1 will be at this resistance area, 1.16780. Then your TP2, price break above this resistance area, hold your TP2 to this supply area at 1.20843. So guys, I hope this analysis makes sense to you. If it does, kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and drop me a comment. Until I see you next week, God bless you.